Okay, got Jack Miller and Light Project and now. So, who wants to go first? Well, let's start with you, Jack. What is HiveTips? What's the rundown?
Well, HiveTips is a means to tokenize the internet, basically. I mean, that's the short version with Hive cryptocurrency, Hive coins. So gratuities / tips, adding them to various platforms out there, step by step. Right now, we've got Twitter, YouTube, Gmail, and then we have the option to do direct tipping with a quick link option, so you can link any website in the description / memo, so the receiving person knows what they're getting tipped for. Now, that the prerequisite for that, of course, is to have a Hive account, while the other ones is actually you can tip anybody on, let's say, YouTube or Twitter, and if they don't have a Hive account, they have links to where they can open one. And of course, that opens the discussion to, what is Hive? What's this all about? Why are you tipping me? Because you're not going to tip somebody you don't know. You're not going to tip someone out of the blue most of the time. There are those that do that as well. But usually, as tipping goes, it's done in a way that it introduces a new form of communication, new form of getting to know people, a new form of building a relationship, and so on and so on. But it also expands the Hive ecosystem out to the mainstream, rather than insisting that everybody come to hive.blog or peak, that everybody come to one of these certain niches that we have already on the Hive blockchain. What it's doing is it's utilizing the economy of Hive, the actual crypto coins.
Jack, if I may, I would like to ask you a question, which is very much about the nature of tipping as an action. So what would you say is the difference between liking content? Like is everywhere. It's all in all the platforms, the action of liking something. How would you describe the difference between, and the impact between liking something and tipping with monetary wise, tipping a content? How would you define?
Well, I think the best example to give is something that's already on the market in some way, manner, or form. Let's say on YouTube, you find that a lot of the YouTubers out there are also registered on another platform, which is allowing for financial tipping, to show support with actual monetary transactions. Now, the difference here is people on YouTube don't have to register on this other website in order to get Hive tips. So that's one added bonus there, the simplicity and the actual easy. It's user-friendly. You don't have to now register on site B or site C, open up this, open up that. No, you just on YouTube, comment, tip, bam. So the actual idea of tipping has been around for ages, but as far as on the internet, it actually was one of the first use cases or potential use cases of Bitcoin. Now, of course, because of the nature of Bitcoin's ecosystem, their economy, it's not very easy to do because Bitcoin transactions are rather expensive and very slow, while Hive is fast and free. It also builds the platforms that we're on. So rather than looking at it from just the angle of, distributing Hive and taking Hive to the mainstream, we're actually building each one of those platforms and the quality of service on those platforms by adding an option which wasn't there before. And the beauty of that is we're not only taking Hive to the mainstream, we're helping the mainstream sites, the sites that are being utilized all over, by the bulk of the 4.5 million people on the internet, to have a more enjoyable experience on those sites which they like to use without trying to push them onto something different. Why push people? Just let them enjoy what they're doing, and let's take our cryptocurrency out to them and make it available to them in those places where they want to be.
Yeah, but from a human psychological perspective, there's a huge difference between liking something and actually tipping something. Don't you think it's way more powerful, isn't it?
Well, everybody likes money.
Yeah.
I mean,
and liking is for free, and people can even like something they don't really like, but just for different reasons they can just like something. And it means nowadays liking something on media, it's pretty much meaningless. However, tipping, that's different story.
that's a good point. That's a very good point you're making there. It adds a lot more meaning, a lot more value to the actual suggestion of actual, showing not only. Yeah, you're right. 100%. You're 100% right. Yeah, that's the best way of putting it.
It's more transcendental in the way that everybody can liking something. It's one click away from you, and it's super easy, and it means very little. It can mean a lot, so it can mean a lot, but also it could mean nothing. However, when you compromise in transacting a unit of token to someone else, there's more thought put into it. There's more commitment put into it, and therefore I believe that it has more meaning to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not trying to say we are reinventing the wheel. Tipping, it's been around. It's timeless. It's been there forever. It's human, the act of giving something just for the sake of it. When you want to reward someone else's work or intellectual output, contribution. But it's I think we've all been surprised about the fact that with all this social media revolution in the last decade, that there hasn't been much tipping options available around. And yeah, I think it's great to put that that capability available for the people.
Definitely, like you said, it's been around forever, whether it be in the form of actually tipping or whether it be in the form of keep the change. Even that's a tip when you think about it. Although it's just a cultural thing that's been around ever since money has been around.
Yeah, exactly. It's I wouldn't say it's altruism. Altruism is something. It's different, but it's just a way of supporting the fact that you support something or someone when you put money into it. It's more powerful than just words or clicking I like it. It's more powerful. There's more.
Well, when you give somebody your money that you've earned, that you have, that you earn, and you're prepared to share,
exactly. Yeah,
that's very personal. That is very personal.
Very personal. And also the act of accepting it is also very personal. You're accepting someone else's sweat somehow and work. And yeah,
true.
That's a compliment.
Very true. Yeah. So, and the good thing about this whole process that we're doing, it's content rewarding. It's rewarding someone else's effort, somebody else's input into the internet. So we are actually tokenizing or utilizing Hive to reward content on the internet in a way that's very personal, that's direct, and that complements everything that Hive is about, and also actually promotes it. But like I said, the beauty of it is we're actually building a better user experience for the people on those platforms by giving them this option. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win for the platforms where HiveTips is on. It's a win for Hive. It's a win for everybody that owns Hive. It's a win for. It's a win-win-win.
Yeah, I
And
think we are working from such a collaborative mindset. We are. It's a totally synergetic relationship where both parties benefit from it, because we are expanding the end user experience in these platforms by adding these new services and these new options, and at the same time we're letting people know that we are there, that we're here, the Hive community, and we're benefiting from all this huge traffic and a potential network effect. But at the end of the day, we're literally expanding the end user experience, period. And I don't think anyone can argue that.